Android is one of the most in-demand mobile technologies in today's smartphone market. Since this technology is picking up fast, there is a huge demand for developers who can create applications for Android-supported devices. Multisoft welcomes you to today's session on Android application development, where we will guide you on what Android is and also cover the highs of learning Android application development. Let's take a look at the agenda first. I will introduce you to Android, discuss its features and the various applications it supports. Then I will share the Android application development course details with you. The next section will be sneak preview. Here I will explain some important course concepts that will give you an idea of how online training will happen. After this, I will discuss the Multisoft online training deliverables with you. Once I have provided all the details to you, I will summarize the session. Beginning with an introduction to Android. It is a complete set of software that supports the functioning of various applications in a wide range of mobile devices. Developed by Google and the Open Handset Alliance, Android consists of three main components: an operating system, the middleware, and key mobile applications. Android's mobile operating system is based on Linux kernel. Android also has a set of software including SDK, APIs, and IDE. And in the middleware, it uses Java and XML programming languages. Android has grown massively in the years. Since its first version release in November 2007 and subsequent commercial version in September 2008, Android has launched several updates to its base operating system. Barring the first two versions, that is Alpha and Beta, all the following versions have been given a confectionery-themed codename. With the belief that Android powers over 1 billion smartphones and tablets, and these devices make our lives so sweet, all Android versions are named after a dessert, and that too in alphabetical order. Let us now get to know the features of Android. The first one is that it is fully customizable on Linux kernel. Secondly, it has a rich set of APIs, that is, Application Program Interface. Another great part is that Android is open source. Google released the Android code as an open source under the Apache license. In addition, it allows the reuse of data if needed, and you can reuse the functionality of your code too. With Android, we can create a large variety of applications. Social networking application is one such category. Through these applications, you can connect with your friends and relatives from all across the world. You can have live chats with them as well as share mobile videos. The second category is mobile instant messaging. These applications let you send quick messages to your contacts and get instant replies. The next type of applications are mobile email applications. Through these, you can send official and personal emails effectively. The calculator, the utilities applications are used for conversion and calculation purposes. These applications let you convert temperatures, calculate square footage, etc. The fifth type of app that can be created with Android is the mobile video and audio application. With these applications, you can watch videos with more clarity and listen to music whenever you want. News applications keep you updated on the latest information about a certain subject that you are interested in. Another category is entertainment applications. These applications can keep you occupied for hours, like you can play Sudoku, shoot helicopters, and do a lot more. Now, why do you think Android application development is a good option? Well, today when a large variety and number of Android phones are available in the market, you can understand the kind of demand it has. Android has its own database, that is SQLite, which eliminates the need to add an external database. It is very easy to learn Android for those who have knowledge of the Java programming language. In addition, it supports a large number of mobile applications, thus making it a versatile operating system. And to top it all, there is a huge demand for Android developers in the industry as it is the current market trend. It is also worth to mention the professional scope for those who learn Android application development. There are a variety of roles you can work in, including user interface experts, test engineers, developers, compatibility checkers, and application migrators. For developing Android applications, you need to know the core Java programming language and should also have some know-how of XML. Another important requirement for developing Android applications is that you have a PC, Mac, or Linux box that can run Java, Eclipse, and Android SDK. So now it is time that I share the course-specific details with you. The ideal audience for this course include those who are really willing to learn application development. Undergraduates, graduates, and postgraduates all can attend this course. In terms of prerequisites, participants should be proficient in the Java programming language. On the screen is mentioned the complete course outline for the Android Application Development online course. These modules will be covered in detail in the actual training. Hope you're finding this session informative. Let's make it more interesting for you. It is time for the sneak preview section. Here I will explain a small Android task to you that will give you a feel of how the actual training will happen. On the screen you can see the architecture of Android. This is divided into 4 layers. The first one is the application layer through which the user can interact. The second layer is application framework that contains all application type managers. When the user is interacting, the manager gives support to your application. The third layer consists of libraries and Android runtime. The manager takes support from the library for smoothly running your applications. And the fourth one is the Linux kernel. This contains all the needed drivers. When talking about Android, it follows a protocol in every aspect. For instance, when we start working on any single application, Android treats that application as an independent project. And we know that for building a project, we need to focus on various factors like coding, graphics, jar files, and libraries. So today, I'm going to pick up a small task in Android. The aim is that when the user clicks on text view, its color should turn red. Let's see how to develop this basic function. To create a project in Android, you need to click on the File tab in the menu bar and open a new Android application project. The window that appears is shown on the screen. Now we need to assign a name to the application we are creating and fill in all the prerequisite details like project and package name. Once all the information is added, click on the Finish button, which will be active by this time. After clicking on Finish, when all the details are entered in the Create dialog box, such a screen will appear. This layout already comes with a Hello World string. In order to complete our task, we need to go on the Java file to implement the coding part. For this, open the Java file that resides on your project in the src folder that is there in your package folder. Now, double-click on the Java file to open it up. The next step is to create an object of text view in our class. After this, to take control, we have to do the mapping with our XML layout text view. Now write a code, find view by ID for this. We also need to make the text clickable, and for that we use the click listener syntax. The last step is to write the code for turning the text color to red. The code is txt.set text color and in brackets color.red. It is now important that we run our project in order to test its functionality. Click on Project, then right-click and select Run As, and then click Android Application. You can run your application on a real device like an Android mobile or an Android virtual device. In this example, I am running my project on a virtual device. When you run your application, it will look like what you see on the screen. Now when you would click on the text view, its color will turn red. And here is the final output. Our intended task has been completed by applying the right code. This was a very simple example. However, in the actual training, we will learn to perform much more elaborate tasks. Hope you found that interesting. This was just a quick example. The actual training will be an extremely fulfilling experience as the Android expert will familiarize you with all the essentials of Android application development. By the time you finish the course, you'd be a proficient application developer. With that, let's move on to discuss how online training for Android application development will happen at Multisoft. When you register with us for the Android application development online training, we will connect with you as per the pre-decided time and impart training for 32 hours in all. For the exact schedule and each session's duration, you can refer to the training calendar on the Android course page on our website. The training happens over Cisco WebEx. This is a secure web conferencing tool from Cisco that allows a real-time learning experience. Once you register with us, we send out event links to you, wherein you log into a Multisoft WebEx that allows two-way interaction between the student and the trainer through webcam and voice chat. This is as good as a classroom since the whiteboard allows the trainer to transfer knowledge as done in a classroom. The share option lets the experts share files, videos, applications, and even desktops. Once you register with us, we provide you 24/7 access to an online resource center, wherein apart from accessing other training material, you can also attempt 8 assignments and 7 lab exercises. This is a sample of the online assessment, which will test your knowledge on the various Android course concepts. All the questions will have 4 options, out of which you will have to select the correct one. At the end of the assessment, you will get the information on the correct answers and reasoning behind the same. Let us summarize what we covered today. This will be a 32 hours of online training that will be conducted by an experienced instructor. We will give you 24/7 access to an online learning center where you can attempt 8 comprehensive assignments and 7 lab exercises. It will also have all the course material and reference material. At the end of the training, you will receive a training certificate from Multisoft. This session was an attempt to provide you detailed information about the online Android application development training. In order to register for the course or to ask any question, please write to us at info@multisoftvirtualacademy.com.